And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. And Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup, and happy Easter. Hey, I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup right here next to the San Diego Landings in Point Loma, and we have a great guest for you today, Carl Schmidt. He didn't have to travel very far because he works for Fisherman's Landing right next door to us right now, where a lot of action's going on this morning, and we're going to have it all for you. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090.
You've heard all about it. You know the anglers catching fish have it, so what's holding you back? It's a fact. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. You can get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com is for everyone, whether you have your own boat, fish on your friend's boat, or a sport boat. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. So bottom line is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, you're probably missing a lot of bites. Membership costs less than $50 of gas, and that's for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, use the special code to save $20 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Your San Diego County Ford dealer knows that vehicles are not one size fits all, and they have a variety to choose from to suit your individual wants and needs. Looking for a truck to handle both work and play? The legendary F-150 has you covered with its military-grade aluminum alloy body and high-strength steel frame and smart technology, like the available Pro Trailer Backup Assist to help you back up your boat with the turn of a dial. Or do you need a vehicle that's ready for your next adventure? The Ford Ranger is standing by, so grab your gear and let's go. This adventure ready truck has an available terrain management system that has 4 selectable drive modes depending on what terrain you're on for optimum performance. Is an SUV more your speed? No problem. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have those too. The 2020 Ford Explorer has been completely redesigned inside and out and has available third row power fold seats to easily accommodate more passengers or cargo, and available twin panel moonroof to let the outdoors in. Visit buyfordnow.com to learn more, or visit your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Gotta love California in the summer. Just remember, COVID is still with us. So if you're going to the water, plan ahead. Follow local public health guidelines and make sure everyone wears a life jacket. Save the ones you love. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Going to be a great show. Carl talking some fishing today. I'm looking forward to this one, man.
Yeah. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, what's happening at Fisherman's Landing?
Yeah.
Busy morning this morning, right?
It is. Yeah, the RP is getting ready to leave for another 18-day trip. They came back and just... That was a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah,
they just came
crushed them.
350 wahoo and tons of tuna. It was a great trip.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. 350 wahoo.
Yeah,
limits.
Limits.
I guess they were cutting them off.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, Roy said it was just one of the best trips you've seen in a long, long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Nice to have long range. I'll bet the guys loading the boat this morning are excited.
Yeah, I mean,
no doubt.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah, and they had great fishing on like 80 to 130 pound tuna, 140 pound tuna.
Wow.
They had a couple big ones, but it was just that very nice mid-grade fish and good wahoo. And bluefin are biting this weekend.
Yeah.
One of the boats out of the Seaforth got 17 bluefin, and I'm not sure what the Shogun ended up with yet, but trying to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll get the information on that soon.
Yep, but bluefin, yellowtail, things are starting to come alive. Season's getting ready to go.
Yeah, and half day's been good, right?
Half day fishing's been phenomenal, rock fishing.
Yeah, what have they been doing on that dolphin? Huh?
I don't know. They've been feeding them magic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's just fishing double half day or just a single half day?
Monday through Thursday, single half day, extended half day. So it's from 7 to 4. So you get a couple extra hours for an extra $10 there or something like that.
Wow. Okay. So how much is an extended half day right now?
$70.
$70, and you get 7 to 4. That's like a 3/4 day.
Yeah,
trip.
Exactly. That's what it is. Yeah. Why we call it extended half day? It's just whatever.
You fish in California waters then?
California waters.
Okay,
yeah.
so you don't need to buy a permit or anything like that.
Just California fishing license.
Yeah.
25-pound rod, 8-ounce anchor.
Yeah.
2 hooks, and let's go fishing.
And what's the max on that load?
40 people.
40 people.
40
max.
plus 1. Yep.
Wow.
How nice is that on such a big boat too, to have that kind of room? I mean, that's if there's nothing good came out. I don't want to make it sound like that, but if there's one thing that I'm not horribly bummed on that COVID taught us, was that pretty much across the board, people like spending an extra couple of dollars and having a lot more extra room at the rail, and like it is just that is not a bad thing that came out of this.
I think the days of 60 people on a half day or a full day boat is pretty much done from here on out, regardless of what tier California's in or 10 years down the road. That it's just people want less people on the boat, and they're willing to pay a little extra money for it. And it's easier
for
the
quality experience.
Yeah.
And that's it. You got it. That's exactly what it is.
It's better for the crew, better for the captain, better for the passengers. It's better for everyone.
Yeah.
So
So talk about the fleet at Fisherman's Landing. What's in store for us this spring, summer, fall?
Well, since I've been to Fisherman's Landing, we're going to have a full range of fishing. We have half day, full day. We're going to have a dedicated overnight boat now with the Mustang over to Fisherman's Landing.
Okay, so the Mustang's the newest edition.
Newest edition, yeah. Unfortunately, the Supreme went over to Seaforth and everything. And then Steve from the Mustang came over. Hey, you guys don't have an overnight boat. I want to be an overnight boat. So we're going to give it a shot, see how it goes. We haven't had that in a long time. Then we got obviously the Pacific Queen, the Condor, the Tomahawk Islander, all going to be running. I would say the Tomahawk, Condor, and the Pacific Queen are going to run day and a halves. The Islanders got day and a halves and 2.5 day trips. The 2.5 day trips are filling up for everyone. I mean, that's definitely a very popular trip right now. The Searcher put up some 2.5 day trips in April and May, filling up really fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Seems like that's what people want.
Yeah,
2 full
a little
days
more
of fishing.
time.
Yeah, and the way the last couple of years, if there's a nighttime bite going on, you have that opportunity to fish that now. Versus like, we got to get back to the dock the next morning or whatever.
And there was so many scenarios that I remember happening last year. We always talked about on the radio show how much fun this was when there was a body of fish that was, quantity that was close and quality that was far, or vice versa. Like there were so many times last year when on a multi-fishing day trip, whether it be a 2-day or a 3-day, you got to fish, kelps one day and, do a bunch of yanking and cranking, and then you got to go fish for trophies on another day, or like Carl says, multiple times of fishing in the dark, whatever. Yeah. Extra fishing time sure never hurt anything.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And a lot of people is like, that's the thing, like Rick was saying, you had to go do bluefin or yellowfin, one or the other. Now you have the opportunity to do both. A lot of people would get off the boat like, man, I wish we were fishing yellowfin, or I wish I was fishing bluefin. But now you get to do both.
So when you leave on a 2.5 day, say the ones on the Searcher that are going to happen in April and May, what's the schedule?
You leave at 6 o'clock, and they're going to plan on leaving at 6.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Then you travel all night. Then you'll fish all day. These trips are leaving Friday night, so you leave at Friday at 6, fish all day Saturday, all day Sunday, then come back 6:30, 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that on Monday.
Yeah,
Nice.
quick enough to grab a shower on the Searcher. You're staying in a stateroom, grab a shower, and then run into the office on Monday morning.
And these trips on the Searcher are limited load, 17 passengers.
Oh my!
And then when they're not doing those on the weekends, right now starting next weekend, he's going to take over the full day run for the Liberty for right now, because Liberty was not quite done yet for boat work, limited to 30 people. So if you ever wanted to fish a long range style boat or a long range boat on a full day trip, starting next Friday, the Searcher will be online running to the Crown Islands fishing yellowtail.
Starting this Friday morning.
Yep.
Yeah, Art talked about that yesterday, and it sounds like they're going to have the chefs there preparing meals and everything.
Yeah, everything.
That's going to be. Yep. And you're on a 95-foot long range boat
with 30 people or 34 people.
Yeah,
taking,
yeah,
that's so cool.
That's going to be great. So a lot going on at Fisherman's Landing, and trips are filling up quickly, right?
It is unbelievable how fast trips are filling up.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of, almost every weekend is sold out already. If you're
come on.
I'm not kidding. If you're looking for a day and a half to a 3-day trip right now, there's very few trips available right now.
Really?
Yeah, so,
on all the boats?
On all the boats. People are jonesing to go fishing, get out of the house after the last year.
Right. And that starts when? I mean, when is it really filling up on the water?
Between June through June 1st all the way through November.
So you can book all the way through the summer, though, right now. If you're a guy that's hearing that and thinking, man, I know that I want to go at least a couple times, you can book a spot right now in August.
Yeah, we have the full schedule for all our open party boats up. For the last couple of years, really been pushing like, hey, it's hard for some of these guys to like last minute see the fish are biting. Like, put your schedule up for the whole summer, and then guys could start planning their season instead of like last minute. I could do one trip this year, maybe they'll plan 2 or 3 trips this year and stuff. So weekends are filling up. Fridays departures, Saturday departures, Sundays departures. Midweek stuff is starting to fill up. There's still some of that. There's a few charters left on weekends, very like here and there, but some on the Pacific Queen. I think the Pegasus got one. The Condor's got a few charters open for weekends if you want. But yeah, if you want a prime time date, you better get on it in the next week or two because they're pretty much gone. And I kind of get the feeling that's from all the landings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about fishing. You had some insight about the bluefin tuna bite yesterday on the Shogun and Polaris Supreme. Yep. Tell us about that.
So really good fishing for those guys. Well, I know for the Supreme, trying to get I think Renee's communications are down or whatever, but close to home with definitely in day and a half range, smaller, I don't want to call it smaller grade, but smaller grade than what we're used to.
30 to 65.
Yeah, nowadays we call 40-pounders small ones, you know?
Yeah. 30 to 60 pound.
Unreal. That's
biting,
so cool.
Yeah. 30 to 40 pound test, smaller flat falls.
Smaller flat falls.
Yeah, so not the 250 to 350 gram flat falls. I'm guessing it's going to be, call it 80 to 150 or 200 gram flat falls,
Like the 130s and 160s?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay.
So the stuff's up higher in the water column, so they...
That I can't tell you. I don't have that much information.
But are they eating the bait too? Are they eating fly line bait?
Yep, fly line bait, smaller hooks. They said so. 40-pound test, your fluorocarbon and number 1-0 hook style circle hook for sure. Don't use a J hook. You definitely
bluefin have teeth.
Yeah, and they disappear a lot when you don't use that circle hook.
Yeah. So
that's great news. We'll take that.
Decent fishing. I mean, he had like 17, 18 fish, right?
Yeah, 17 fish, and the weather was up. I mean, I know there was 4 boats scheduled, and I think the Supreme's the only one that decided to go fishing, and the rest canceled because of the weather.
Shogun was on a 3-day.
Shogun's on a 3-day, so they left, I believe, early Friday morning, maybe Thursday. Friday, I want to say they left. And but the Tomahawk, the Angler, and the Old Glory were all scheduled to go fishing. And according to the weatherman, it did not look very pleasant. Mm-hmm. So most of the guys had canceled because it was going to be 20-plus knots and stuff like that.
Yeah. So. But boy, what good sign that the fish bit as good as they did in adverse working conditions too.
That's a great sign.
That's you take that as a win for sure.
Yeah. So and within day and a half overnight range, that's great. I mean, as soon as we get this weather thing figured out during the spring, I mean, it's nice for 2 or 3 days, then it blows for 3 or 4 days. So if we get some nice weather conditions going here, it's going to be game on. There's no doubt in my mind.
Next weekend looks pretty decent. So we're hoping for that.
Yeah.
Over decent.
Yeah.
Give us freaking our weather, man.
It's spring.
I know.
It's spring. We're very anxious, and
this
ready.
Is not I'm beyond anxious.
Pattern.
I'm beyond anxious. I'm ready. I want flat, calm weather. Biting tunas.
I like that. Yeah.
That's what I want.
That's good.
I would say at least the boats out of Fisherman's Landing, 2 or 3 weeks, every boat will be ready to go fishing. They'll be done with boat work. Coast Guard will be done and everything like that. And most of our boats will be up and running here in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
A lot of maintenance going on. I mean, when you walk down in the daytime, you see every boat is tied to the dock, and you see crew busily working on whatever project they're working on. Like, you can definitely tell a lot of work is going on down here right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Queen, couple of things they're doing: new fish holes, new generator, some paint. Islander got new bulwarks, some new paint and stuff like that. Obviously, all the boats are doing their mechanic stuff, retuning, getting their engines tuned up and everything like that. Tomahawk, everyone's ready to go.
Yeah, big construction projects this year. Fleet's going to look really good.
Yeah, it's going to look really good and be ready to go for ready to mess those paint jobs up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Pegasus is all done. Outrider's all done, ready to go. They got trips scheduled for this upcoming weekend.
Outrider does?
Yep. Yeah.
Now,
That's a
Outrider's
unique boat,
relatively new to the fleet, and those guys are fishy.
Yeah,
Jeff's hardcore.
He's hardcore. He's really funny. He's really interactive with the people. I know they got a bigger fish hold this year for those bigger tuna. That was one thing that, it's a smaller boat. You get 10 bigger bluefin in there, and he was done. So he got a bigger fish hold going this year, and he's ready to rock on.
It's a cool, unique boat. It's a smaller in comparison to a Shogun or something, but they specialize in middle-sized groups, right? Or small groups, I guess you would say, bigger than a 6-pack, but not. You get a full sport boat bait, sonar, all that kind of stuff.
They have 11 bunks on the boat, but they're not going to take 11 people. 10 people on day and a half. Anything shorter would be 8 or 9 people.
Oh.
So lots of room at the rail. It's a 50-foot boat. It's a very comfortable boat. I know a lot of guys have up in the San Pedro, L.A., farther north guys have fished it and stuff. It's a very comfortable boat, very fun fishing boat.
And fast, right?
Yeah, fast, yeah.
Oh, really?
And Jeff is as fun of a guy to go fishing with as anyone.
Yeah.
He loves to fish the kite. He likes killing things.
They get them.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing for guys fishing those big ones, too, because, let's face it, a lot of that big fish gets caught on the kite and with flying fish and things like that. And, part of that is a numbers game. When you jump on another boat that's maybe got 30 people, the odds of, it being your time to fly the kite sometimes are lesser than it is when there's only 10 guys. Yeah. So it's a really cool boat to go fish big ones on, too. Those guys do a good job.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good, and that's available for charter too. If you want to charter it and take
absolutely.
a group of 8 or 6 people or whatever, have a lot of room for yourself, have all the fish to yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
So the way this fleet is set up, or there's either a 4-pack, 6-pack, then you really do have to jump up to a bigger boat that's going to carry 25 people or more.
Yeah.
There's nothing, but they kind of fit that little niche. I got more than 6 people, but I don't have 15 people. Well, we got the boat for you now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Perfect. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about with spring here and fish biting.
Yeah, so much to cover. Lots of great information coming today, too. And so lucky to have Carl in here. A background from being in the boats and working with the tackle and now in the landing. A great wealth of knowledge. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we want to hear from you. If you want to be a part of Let's Talk Hookup this morning, give us a call at 213-432-1090. Again, 213-432-1090 is how you reach us on Let's Talk Hookup this morning, or you can send us a text, a great option. Already having text starting to come through this morning. If you want to join in on that, download the Let's Talk Hookup app. It's the only way you can text the show. It's a free download on your iPhone or your Android device. As soon as you fire it up, the first button you'll see is text the show, and you can fire off a question to Carl, and make sure to let us know where you're texting from and what you want to talk about, and we'll read some of the fun ones on the air. And again, all our callers are going to have a shot at winning a great prize today. Speaking of the Liberty, somebody's going fishing on a full-day trip on board the Liberty at a Fisherman's Landing. A fantastic prize for one lucky caller at the end of the show today. Again, if you want to get your shot at winning that trip, or better yet, just your chance to talk to Carl, 213-432-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090.
One of the dream trips for most anglers is Alaska. There are so many lodges. How do you make a choice? It's easy. Choose the one most Let's Talk Hookup listeners return to time after time. Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, and the finest charter captains in Sitka. All for the ultimate value. One visit and you will understand why nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. Sitka is famous for some of the best runs of salmon in Alaska. And if giant Alaskan halibut is your target, the expert captains at Kingfisher Charters know the hot spots and can put you on a fish of a lifetime. Plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod are there too. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. It's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except tips. It is truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Dana Landing in Mission Bay is truly the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. Come see our expert fishing staff for just about anything you need for a great day of on-the-water fun. Looking for a fishing charter? Dana Landing has you covered with the Blackjack, perfect for up to 4 anglers, or the Impulse with up to 6. Dana Landing has a huge selection with everything you need to catch small bay bass or giant tuna. We will be sure to set you up with the right gear. We even offer reel repair and Mexican and California fishing licenses. Don't forget the amazing deli at Dana Landing with all the food, ice, and beverages you need to complete your day. Need freshwater tackle? Head to East County Bait and Tackle with all the finest rods and reels, the hottest freshwater lures, and live bait. ECBT has an amazing staff who love to share their passion for fishing. East County Bait and Tackle is located at the end of the 67 freeway on Main Street in Lakeside, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Launch Ramp on San Diego's Mission Bay. Check out danalanding.com for more details.
Seakeeper, the leader in marine stabilization, has launched its newest, smallest, and most radically different model, the Seakeeper 1. Now, for the first time, stabilization is available for boats as small as 23 feet. The Seakeeper 1 is designed to eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on vessels 23 to 30 feet. With a fresh new look, the Seakeeper 1 has a compact flush mount installation and runs on 12-volt battery power. Installation is a breeze. It can fit under almost any seat. Now your skiff can enjoy the comfort and enjoyment that only a Seakeeper-equipped boat can provide. Check out the Seakeeper demo boat at upcoming shows and arrange a free test drive. Seakeeper has changed the lives of many Southern California anglers, including Pete Gray, and will allow you to stay on the fishing grounds when others need to head back to port. Visit Seakeeper.com/take-a-ride to arrange a demo. Eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on your trailer boat. Seakeeper. Once you feel it, you'll never boat without it.
Seasoned long-range fishermen know that the Red Rooster 3 is the finest fishing vessels in terms of technology, design, speed, comfort, and safety. This 105-foot sport fishing yacht meets every demand for comfort while delivering an unforgettable fishing vacation. Captain Andy Cates and crew are experienced, friendly, and sincere in their desire to help you have the trip of a lifetime. Book a trip on the Red Rooster 3, and you'll be back. Trips go fast. So check redrooster3.com or call Lee Palm Sport Fisheries at 619-224-3857.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, man. Having a great time here this morning, talking fun and fishing. Just having Carl in here talking about all these boats and bluefin trips. This gets me so fired up, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to go.
We're ready. And weather's starting to straighten out. Think about it. You know, we're still complaining about the weather, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was 2 weeks ago.
You're right about that.
Right?
Yeah, you're right about that.
So every week it just seems to get a little bit better, and boats are getting out and starting to catch fish.
Yep, people are ready to go fishing.
Yeah. No question about it. Well, let's jump into those jam-packed phones. Andrew's got them up and ready for us, so let's do it.
That sounds good to me, bro. Let's start with Tom. He's calling us from University City. Tom, good morning. Thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Hey, I had a question about slow pitch jigging. It's all the rage. And I was wondering if you could compare three jigs, the flat fall, the Colt Sniper, and this Daiwa SK jig for rockfish. And actually, while you're at it, maybe you could compare those for bluefin, too.
The bluefin, I mean, the flat fall and the Daiwa SK jig are probably the top two bluefin jigs. Colt Sniper is great for the yellowtail, yellowfin, and they will catch bluefin for sure. I was on the Shogun last year, or was it 2 years ago, and I just killed the bluefin on that little Colt, 80-gram, 100-gram Colt Sniper and stuff like that. Change out the hooks on those things. That's the main thing. But for rock fishing, I think is just drop it down there and bounce it up and down. And those, I mean, everything likes those jigs. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. They just like them.
Yeah.
The Daiwa SK jig, for lack of better words, is Daiwa's version of a flat fall, and both of those lures are designed to call it swim, however you want to call it. Like, they get their action on the fall. That's what the flat fall was. So, like, while that thing is sinking, it makes its whatever motion. And a Colt Sniper, I mean, for the most part, it's the same way. It's just flash, and while that thing's sinking, and a lot of bites to be had on the sink. As far as the difference in action between an SK and a flat fall, they're going to be similar. They're different shaped. The SK jig is longer and skinnier. The flat fall shorter and fatter, and they both have huge success. I think with all of those style of jigs, dropping one in front of a hungry bluefin is so much more important than the particular paint job or if it happens to be a half-inch longer or a half-inch shorter. I think a lot of that, bite on the sink just is a lot more important for you to, be in the depth that fish is at. Just having your lure in front of a hungry one, I think, is a lot more important than the particular wiggle.
Mm-hmm. There's a new sheriff in town, and it's called Sea Falcon. And we're proud to have him part of us. It's part of Gamakatsu. Rick, you've seen the jigs.
Yeah.
They're all handmade in Japan. They're not cheap, no. I'm going to tell you, no. But they are amazing.
They're very nice.
They are amazing. And the cool thing, you go to seafalcon.com and you can see the action of the jig. They have them actually charted out on the website of how these jigs perform. And they have knife-style jigs. They have slow-pitch jig. They have all kinds of different flat fall style jigs on there, and you pair them with Gamakatsu hooks, the assist hooks, and I think we're going to see a lot of fish caught on those this year. They're pretty styled out, and their paint jobs are all handmade. They're all it's pretty cool. So watch for Sea Falcon.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean they're tough to get right now. But just watch for them as soon as the demand starts coming through. But you can get them at seafalcon.com and watch the demand. And next weekend, next Saturday, we're going to have Ted and Rick from Gamakatsu and Sea Falcon on the show. So we'll learn more about those.
Rick was actually in the shop last week showing us, you are right that those are what they're the most known for. They also make some really Gucci stick baits and poppers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's a cool. They're just one of those. I mean, what do you call it? They're like a Gucci high-end Japanese, not cheap, but super high-quality lure making. They're really cool. That's some cool stuff.
I can't wait to see a bluefin throw one of those stick baits at the bluefin.
Yeah.
Because they're not, I mean, you definitely want to throw them on the right gear because, like we say, they're not cheap. But if it gets bit, come on, right?
It's balsa wood carved jigs.
Hand-painted.
There's a lot of similar-looking things that are just, resin poured and, and again, I think they make that also, but they have some true balsa wood jigs that float better and fish. Yeah, they make some really cool stuff.
Now we're not talking we're like $100, something like that. We're not talking like $500 trout lures or anything like that, right?
Yeah, but again, I mean, they're spendy. They're probably close to the.
That's the stick baits.
When you're done putting hooks and all that kind of stuff on a stick bait, you're probably around $100.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot for a stick bait.
Badass.
But if it gets bit, would you pay it?
If you knew that lure, going to pay it all day long. Take my money. I'm bad. I'm bad that way.
Yeah. So watch out for Sea Falcon.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Appreciate the phone call, Tom, very much. We've had a lot of fun. Lots of text pouring through. Again, if you want to get through, give us a call, 213-432-1090. Next up, let's talk to Lonnie, calling us from San Diego this morning. Hi, Lonnie. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, guys. Happy Easter.
You too,
Happy
Lonnie.
Easter.
My question is, it's off the subject. Property tax on a boat. I have a 19-foot center console I just bought, and I got a property tax. And the guy that sold it to me, he slipped it on me at the last minute, but they made him pay it last year because he had the boat. And then I got it this year, and I actually paid more, I think, than he paid.
Well, the property tax is based on what you paid for the boat. So if maybe he didn't put the proper value on what his deals. Now, you can also attest the property value. So if you don't think it's worth as much as they're saying it's worth, let's say if the boat's worth $50,000, they're assessing it at $50,000 and you think it's worth $40,000, well, attest it. And prove that to them, the property, that's the county, that it's worth $40,000, and then they'll reassess it and charge you the proper amount. But property, it is personal property, just like a house, and it's different than a car. And that's why you get. That's why you get property tax. Yeah. So it's based, generally speaking, it's based on what you paid for the boat.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So that's normal on a 19-foot center console?
Yep. Any vessel. Wow. It's a piece of property. Yeah.
But that's good to know, though. Like you said, that if the amount seems high, that you can contest it.
Test it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Contest it, I guess, would be the proper term, right?
But I got you. Yeah. I think that's good. Dope.
I said a test, but it's. Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that. I think that's awesome.
Oh, absolutely. But you have to prove it. You know, if they want their money.
Yeah. Well, Lonnie, good luck. I'm sorry you're having to shell out some property tax, but sounds like you got a new ride, and that's going to be a whole lot cooler than that. Sucks that you have to write the check for it, but we got a fun summer coming ahead. And with a 19-foot center console, there was so much good fishing to be had on a boat like that. Islands fishing right now, and that tuna's going to be in our backyard before we know it. It's going to be worth whatever grief it costs you in the meantime.
Yeah. Hey, good luck with it. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the boat. Thanks a lot for the call. We have a great text from Patrick in Dana Point, and he has a question for Carl. On a 3-day trip, do they typically fish the first day? Is it typical to travel day? Am I correct in assuming that you can keep 3 daily limits on a 3-day trip?
Yeah, as long as the trip leaves before noon, like or 11 a.m., like if it leaves...
Like, generally speaking, when the searcher's on a 3-day, they'll leave at 11 a.m.
Yeah, so you can fish that afternoon if the fish are close enough. Absolutely. Yeah. Been left on a 3-day trip, started fishing at 2 or 3 o'clock. If the fish is close to home, yeah, definitely. They'll fish the first day, absolutely.
Okay.
Some of the boats that leave at night and you get 3 full days of fishing, yes, you do get 3 days worth of limits on 3-day trips and stuff like that, just depending on what days you're actually fishing.
And they actually handle the 3-day permits on the boats,
yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because there is a new permit process, but the boat handles all that.
Yeah,
you don't need to worry about
people
it.
Call all the time about permits and stuff. If you're going on a trip out of Fisherman's Landing, we will handle 100% of all your permits, visas, whatever it takes.
Okay, no matter what.
No matter what. If you're on a charter or whatever, we take care of all that. All we need is first names, last names for most of everything, and then one of the staff members will come up to the landing, give us the information, and we'll take care of everything. You don't have to worry about anything.
How does the whole visa process work and passport situation for those boats that need it? Like if you're gonna jump on and fish with Art on the Searcher on these new upcoming full day trips, like how does if we haven't done it, how does that part work?
Super easy. When you check in the window with the guys in the morning, you are going to hand them your passport. The guys are going to take the information. We'll take care of all that stuff behind the scenes for the Mexican government online. We'll give you your passport back to you. You take it with you on the boat, and that's it. And
so you just show up with it.
Show up with it. You don't have to do anything. Just
no hidden fees.
No, everything's, if it's $230, it's included in the price. Sometimes when you get into like the 3-day trips and longer, those visas are extra because during the summer, there's a very good chance you're not going to take those things and the fish are offshore. So we don't want to charge the customer $30 if we don't have to.
Got it.
If we do need them, then we'll take it.
Let's go live to the Polaris Supreme right now. We have Aliar on the line. Captain Aliar, first of all, congratulations on your first trip out of C4 Sport Fishing on the new Polaris Supreme. And how'd you do?
Thank you very much. Good morning, guys. It was a lot of fun. We ended up with 24 bluefin. Our biggest one was 100 pounds. Most of the fish were 35 to 40 pounds, so I think we had one 25-pounder, and the rest of them were that cookie cutter 35 to 40-pound stuff.
And what was the big fish?
A lot of fun. Gilded gutted, it was 95 pounds. We just weighed it right now.
Good going,
that's
man.
So cool.
Sweet.
Great.
Congratulations. And what was the proper technique? We were talking earlier, there was that smaller flat fall maybe, huh?
Yeah, a lot of our fish came on the smaller flat fall and smaller cold snipers yesterday. Yeah,
man, that's so cool.
That was pretty much, I'd say, 80% of our fish.
When Frank came in yesterday morning and he told us that you were already off to a hot start and already caught a few, that just made everybody's day. And sounds like you continued to catch them throughout the day. Was it, did you have lots of schools? Did you just find one or two that bit for you? How did the day go?
No, it was very fast-paced fishing. We'd stop on a school, we'd hook 0 to 5, and we'd go right back and get on another one. So it was very, very fast-paced fishing. We did go through a lull in the afternoon where we kind of didn't see a school for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But besides that, from half an hour after daylight, we stopped on our first flat spot, and they were all legit schools. That's what I like about it the most. We weren't stopping on a little bit of clatter, a little bit of scattered fish. We were stopping on schools. So it looked very, very good out there.
That's great news, and all of this in probably not the very best working conditions in the world, too. To see that much in slightly adverse conditions is probably even a better sign.
Yeah, it was pretty choppy. So we're excited to get back out there tomorrow night. We have 3 people for our day and a half trip, and we made it a definite run. So we leave at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. with 3 people, and we're a definite go. And the weather looks a lot nicer on Tuesday than it did yesterday.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it looks Tuesday looks like the day of the week. So if you're going to go this week, that would be a good one to go on tomorrow night on the Polaris Supreme.
How about think about that for a minute? Right now, you just heard the captain of the Polaris Supreme say we're definitely go with 3 people right now. Like, that's a cool opportunity to go fishing on a full class, long range, beautiful boat that's on the fish right now. What a cool opportunity.
He's ready to get the season started.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Hey, Allie, our question on the flat fall and Colt Sniper, which size Colt Sniper, which size flat fall?
You know, I'm not good on the gram sizes, but the smaller ones, like the small, medium ones, I think it's 80 gram. Would that be right?
Yep.
80 gram,
and 100 gram flat fall or 80 gram flat fall?
Same thing, 80 grams small. You know, we did catch one on the bigger flat fall, but most of it kind of on the small. We did catch, I think, 4 or 5 fish on the sinker rig with a 4-ounce torpedo sinker.
Man, this is so cool. I'm just so happy that we're talking about that fishing right now. It feels like this is it, man, and way to go to get things rolling.
So for all you guys that have a bunch of big flat falls, better head to your tackle stop right now. Do you have them in stock at Fisherman's Landing?
80 grams, 100 grams, 130 grams, 160 grams. Yeah, we're all good.
Load them up. Yeah. Hey,
great job,
and I'm sure Dan has them over at Seaforth's Tackle Shop, too. So, Halliar, if somebody wants to get on that trip tomorrow night, what time's the departure? How do we get on it?
We're going to leave at 6 p.m. I just go on PolarisSupreme.com. You can book right online there. We have that trip on Seaforth Landing's website, too. Or you can give a Seaforth Landing a call, 619-223-3383.
Awesome,
224-3383. And, that's going to be a great, great trip tomorrow night. Day and a half. Now you know where they are. You got them corralled up out there. So I'm sure you're going to head right back to the same zone, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, we're going to go work at it again, hopefully. Hopefully spend another day together, we hope.
Yeah, well, I'll look forward to the report next weekend. And thanks for joining us, and congratulations on the inaugural trip on the new Polaris Supreme out of C4 Sport Fishing, LAR. Great job.
Thank you guys very much. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.
Nice going, buddy.
Appreciate that very much. Cool. Well, from that, let's head down to the Baja. Mr. John Ireland's on the line. Buenos dias, John.
Good morning, Pete.
Good morning.
Hey, John.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, Carl. It's spring, and we're enjoying really the best yellowtail bite that I actually can recall certainly in the last 20 years or so. Real strong yellowtail bite. It's really all about the yellowtail right now. The strongest, really, we have a good sardine around for bait, real big sardine, and they're real plentiful up and down all the beach, which bodes well for the rest of the spring because everything loves the sardine, as you know. But that's what most of the yellowtail are being taken on. The boats are making the mornings have been pretty flat, and the wind kicks up somewhat in the afternoon, just blowing out of the north. So the boats run up to Saralvo Island, which is about an hour and 20-minute run. And they're limiting up there, catching nice fish. I'd say the average fish is around 15 pounds, but they're going up to 60 pounds up there. Some little whoppers up there off the island. Yeah, real good fishing. However, they're down. The boats that don't want to make that long run are catching some nice fish as well, some nice yellowtail right off the front, off of Gary Barnes Webb's house on the north property there. Just about a mile off the beach, there's a high spot. And Gabrielle was right this morning. Must have been 11 boats on the spot, all of them fishing the same thing. And also, early in the morning, right off the Hotel Sierra, are biting aggressively. And they bite, that first hour at sunrise, and then that's pretty much it for them, and they're taking hoochies. But really the yellowtail's been the deal. And they're biting consistently and pretty close to the hotel. We're enjoying, actually, the striped marlin just started biting as well this past week, and they haven't. They've been on the slow bite. The water just warmed up to about 70 degrees now, and so they're getting more active. There are lots and lots of tailors right off the front of La Rivera there, and we released 3 or 4 fish, within 2 miles of the hotel. Everything's pretty close inside for sure. A lot of Sierra and a lot of white skipjack around. If anybody wants white skipjack, they're real good sushi fish. It's light-colored meat on the tuna meat, and it's a good one. This white skipjack are just so plentiful. There's so many around, spread around the bay. So literally you can catch as many of them as you want. And they're taking hoochies too. So anyway, it's a good start for the spring. We're looking forward to a good season. It's nice to have good bait available this early. You know, the sardine are really, really important when the Dorado and the tuna show up, which will be any time. We're hoping just right around the corner.
And nice to hear there's some good variety. I mean, yellows and Sierras and stripers and bonita. I mean, there's marlin fishing, and it sounds like there's certainly lots of variety to be had right now.
Yeah, a lot of options for the anglers, and once the Dorado and the and the yellowfin show up and all that, we'll have the full platter there. But like I say, right now it's all about the yellowtail. Everybody wants to go out and catch those big yellowtail. I don't expect they'll stick around through April. You know, as the water warms up and goes over about 75 degrees, they take off. So good fishing right now, guys. Good time to come down and enjoy it.
The sunshine and warm temperatures, and man, it just sounds
gorgeous. Yeah, it's gorgeous spring weather right now. You know, low 80s. Mornings are in the 60s. It's just beautiful, beautiful weather, clear skies. Good time to be on the East Cape for sure.
Sounds perfect to me. If somebody wants to book a trip to Rancho Leonero, they better get on, and I know your reservations are hot.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a good year, thankfully. After last year, we're really appreciative of that. 800-646-2252 or rancholeonero.com.
Awesome, John. Well, a great report as always. Can't wait to get back down to the ranch, and glad to hear there's such good fishing. We'll look forward to another great report next week.
You sure will. Thank you, gentlemen.
See you, John.
All right. Thanks. Phones are packed, Rick. Let's jump into it.
Chuck in Long Beach is up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Chuck, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Easter.
You too, Chuck.
Hey, so, question, Carl. I know a lot of the Rick, for you too, I guess. A lot of the captains recommend using like a top shot of mono as a shock absorber. If you don't do that and go straight fluoro, are you changing your drag setting any on your reels to lighten it up or anything different?
Yes, it all depends how long that top shot is. If you're fishing straight spectra with a really short, like 3 foot or maybe 5 foot, you're maybe a little less drag. Or a little softer rod you can get away with. You do need some type of shock absorber in there, either a little less drag or a little softer rod. But if you're fishing, 25 feet or fluorocarbon or something like that, I think you're probably just fine with fishing as you normally would. I think a lot of these newer fluorocarbons, they have a little more stretch than they did 5-10 years ago, and you can get away with that type of stuff.
I like to too, if you're fishing with a lever drag reel like a Talica or something like that, I like to just be smarter about how you apply your drag. You know, if you're going to go the route of fishing a real short top shot and you're going to be fishing big fish, which is a great effective way to do it, I like to fish a lot of drag pressure, but don't necessarily get into that drag pressure until I feel that fish is really settled in. So if I get a bite, I might not put my drag lever all the way to strike. You know, strike for me might be a ways up there in the drag range, and upon getting a bite, maybe that fish is real squirrely and squirting off a bunch of line. Maybe you rip a hook out or something like that. So when I get my bite, I might not just go all the way to the fullest drag setting right off the bat. You know, push my lever halfway or 3/4 of the way forward. And then when that fish has made that first run and stopped and settled down, I'll creep it up into strike. And maybe when I got that fish to the point where I can see it or I know it straight up and down and don't feel it's going to take another run, maybe I'll even put it onto the strike button or sneak it up even a little higher still.
That's some really great advice right there.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, great information. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. You know, I just heard from Mike Lum. You know what? Yesterday here on Let's Talk Hookup, we launched the Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea, Friends of Rollo custom rod raffle. Only 200 tickets available. They're over half sold.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's one day.
Yeah.
So and the buy two get one free is super popular.
I'm sure.
They're $100 a ticket. You buy two. For $200, you're taking 6 kids fishing with that $200, and you get one free. And then you have a chance to win, the 4-day trip on the Polaris Supreme. You have a chance to win Anza fillet knives, accurate piranha pliers, and, of course, the custom rods.
And Mike said it. He was not kidding. Wait till you see the artwork that guys put together on these rods. Like, if they weren't such good rods, it'd be a shame to use them. And some people might not. But I mean, you gotta put something like that. Yeah, they are.
They're works of art.
Yeah, they really are.
There's one, you've got to go on the Captain Rollo's Kids to see this RolloKids.org and check out the tribute to Kobe Bryant rod. It is cool. I mean, whoever gets that rod is going to be stoked. I mean, and the way it works is first in gets their choice, right? Yeah. So the more tickets you buy, the better chance you have to get that rod. I mean, that's like a collector's. That when you see that rod, it's like you're going to say, "I want that rod. I want that rod."
And all of them. I mean, the thread work that those guys did. Could you imagine how meticulous? Like you look at it and you don't believe that what you're looking at are single pieces of thread laid down to create that. Those chevrons, and it's awesome. Really cool.
Hey, the 4-day trip on the Polaris Spring,
right?
So how about on
or how about if you don't win one of their odds? Anza fillet knives and accurate. We're talking $100, multi-$100 prizes. It's really cool.
And to get to take the kids fishing this year, they had no fishing this year, and the Dolphin does a lot of those Friends of Rollo trips. And watching those kids get off the boat with giant smiles on their faces, it's worth it all right there.
Oh yeah, so
just know that you're helping it.
And 501c3 charitable corporation, so they talk to your tax guy, but it's tax deductible donation. So $100 per ticket, less than 100 tickets left. I would imagine by the end of the day they're going to sell it off. They already sold 100. So the way you get them is you send an email to win@rollokids.org, or you give Tim a call at 909-223-9631. Thanks to our illustrious state government, you're not allowed to sell raffle tickets online. You can't help kids online because of California, but so you have to call. Okay, 909-223-9631 or win@rollokids.org. I'd get on it right away and grab your tickets and all the information. You can see the rods at the website rollokids.org.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. We're going to check in with the catch reports, find out what's biting, and a lot more of your phone calls and text. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090.
Are you looking for an ultimate fishing destination? Well, look no further than Queen Charlotte Safari Lodge in British Columbia. This is Valerie Helpridge. There's so many reasons to join us on your next fishing adventure, but a few of the highlights in fishing with us is the protected, calm, pristine waters for quality Chinook salmon all season. After you get your limits of salmon, Queen Charlotte Safaris will take you in our comfortable covered heated jet boats to our halibut, lingcod, and rock fishing areas, and we have larger retention than Alaska. Our beautiful lodge overlooks Shingle Bay and Sandspit, and it's so easy to get to. You fly from almost anywhere from the United States and Canada into Vancouver, then a short flight directly to Sandspit. Our trips are all-inclusive, full days of fishing, custom processing, fishing license, and all your gear is provided. Let our expert chefs pamper you with amazing meals. Our staff delivers wonderful hospitality, all in your Queen Charlotte Safaris package. So call me at 1-877-815-2892 or qcsafaris.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. Spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
For your next trip, who needs travel insurance? You do. This is Bob Dawson from Dawson & Associates Insurance Services. We guarantee the lowest prices on all travel insurance plans with 6 companies and 122 different policies. These plans will include trip cancellation insurance, medical, medevac, baggage loss, and rental car coverage. Please call me at area code 619-990-3068 or visit us at safariglobaltravel.com.
Coastal Conservation Association counts on people like you to help protect angling. One way to help and become a conservation hero is to sign up for Contribute to Conservation. This program allows you to automatically donate as little as $10 per month with no contract and the ability to opt out at any time. For a limited time, receive a CCA t-shirt and sports fishing calendar when you sign up. Visit ccacalifornia.org today.
It's time for the Power Pro 30-second seminar. I like catching big fish, and I like smaller reels, too. How do I make sure that I have the capacity to land the big one? I fill my reels with Power Pro Max Quattro. It's 25% thinner than standard Power Pro, so you get more line on that small reel. Power Pro has a complete series of highly effective lines, including the brand new Power Pro Depth Hunter Offshore, with different colors every 100 feet. Perfect for flatfall fishing. Want to learn more? Check powerpro.com. Hookup, having a great time here this morning. Texts are really piling through, too, man. If you want to get through on that text, again, it's a free download of that Let's Talk Hookup app, and you'll be able to text the show and send your question right through to Carl. With that said, we're going to find out what's biting out there. It is time for the Catch Report. Today, sponsored in part by Gamakatsu. Hey, those Nautilus circle hooks have been a top choice for anglers, especially right now. The bait has been really nice. It's really nice sardine, but it's a little on the small side. It's like reminiscent of, not last year, but the year previous. Very strong swimming, very good sardine, at least it's in the bait right now, but it's a little on the small side. So having a slightly lighter wire hook that still has the strength to deal with a bluefin, like, you hear Aliar talking about potentials of 100-pounders, that's where that Gamakatsu hook really shines. Whether you're looking at the Gamakatsu Nautilus Lite, the regular Nautilus, or that new Nautilus HD, and with the squid around, don't forget that Gamakatsu 4 extra strong octopus hook. Those are the choice of the top white sea bass and tuna anglers. Stock up on Gamakatsu Nautilus hooks and that octopus hook at your favorite tackle store. We're going to start the catch part up at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. Talk to the man, Captain Brian Woolley's on the line. What's up, Woolley?
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going this morning?
Great. Happy Easter.
Good. Thank you. Happy Easter to you guys, too, for sure. Up here this week, we did see some improvements in some areas, and things got a little tricky in a couple areas. The tougher fishing was just a result of the conditions. That's been like on our 3/4 day stuff. We've had the southeast breeze in the morning and opposing current, that wind against current, conundrum deal that you have to deal with sometimes. That made things a little tricky on the rockfish as a result, but, we worked with the conditions that we had, and we were able to put together some decent counts on that mixed rockfish, sculpin, and whitefish out in that deeper water. Our area here, this hard bottom out in that deeper area, it's not high relief, so we're really dependent on some bait being in that zone to kind of move the fish around a little bit. And there wasn't a whole lot of that bait. Just that water out in that zone has just been green and off color, and it just hasn't been the right batch of water out there to make things, how it kind of has been the last few weeks. So it's a little tricky out there. The half-day scene perked up a little bit with the sunshine. Just as a result, the water temperatures got a little bit warmer on the surface. Some bass action near the surface, finally in a few days, but again, most of the action out there has been on the sinker rigs, for the half-day guys. Mixed bags of sculpin, whitefish, sheephead. That's kind of what our half-day guys have been taking home with them. The best fishing for us this week came from Clemente over at the island there. The Fury has been on it, and they've had excellent opportunity. Solid limits on the rockfish out there with some real nice quality whitefish on top of that. The best catches came on the live sardine over there. The bigger reds have been all over that live sardine. But some of that off color green water is over there at the island, too, so that yellowtail has kind of been a no-show over there as a result of that. It's kind of cold and green, but that bottom fish hasn't seemed to matter. So lots of sheephead and stuff like that to go with it. I know Christian on the Seakeeper Sport Fishing, he has that Lexi 4-pack charter boat. He's been over there, too, with his charter groups, and he even runs a few open party trips on that. He's had excellent fishing over there, too.
I was waiting to chime in about that. I saw the picture that you guys put up on the social media there for Dana Wharf Sport Fishing on Instagram. That trip on the Lexi with all those reds, like that is it looks like you were at Colonet or some exotic cod destination, man. That is a load of big ones. It's some really cool cod fishing you guys have had going on.
Yeah, he's had some great trips over there lately, and like I said, he does have some open party trips, available. Kind of like a 4-pack open party deal. So. If you guys want info on that, certainly call our office. He can get you dialed in on that. And then finally, we wrapped our halibut derby. We'll admit, that was a tough one this year. We'll remember this one as probably the toughest one we've had. But that 24-pound fish caught by Frank Sahanis I think it was in December, and that one took the $1,500 prize money there. So we're stoked for him.
Nice.
He's been with us since day one of the Halibut Derby, so we're stoked.
Day one.
Especially, how many times the Dana Wharf, Derby had a nice fish that hung in for so long and then got bumped off. I'm sure he was sweating bullets the whole time.
He totally was. Yeah, no, he was nervous. I even got him a couple times and sent him a couple pictures from the boat, like, dude, I think we just beat you. But, he knew I was just messing around with him. But, yeah, tough deal for sure, but we're stoked for the guys that stuck it out with us again and made it happen. And then that fish-off will be on April 11th. Captain Peak has got the honors with that next Sunday with the people that are on the leaderboard. So that's our report up here. You guys want to hop on a trip, we'll take you fishing this week. Our number 949-496-5794. You can check us out at danawharf.com or link us right there through the Let's Talk Hookup page, and that'll take you right over, and you can book online from there.
Right on, man. Great fishing. Appreciate that. Willie, as always, a great report, and look forward to hearing the wrap-up of everything next week, and we'll hear how Pika did with the big winners of that halibut trip. Great job, buddy. Appreciate it, and talk to you next Sunday.
Thanks, guys. See you. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you.
All right. Hey, let's continue with our catch report and talk to the surf guru, Gundy Gunderson, standing by right now. What's up, Gundy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Gundy.
Great, buddy. Good morning.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, we're hoping Easter Bunny brings us a little more warmer water. I think is what we need.
No kidding, man. No kidding.
That's curious. Those halibut not out in the mud, A lot of times throughout the winter, you find them deep in the mud. You get a little squid out there, and it kind of congregates them. And then if they're not there, they're on the beach, and we haven't really had them on the beach. So it's kind of curious where those fish are. But we are seeing signs here. We hit some 60-degree water to the south, and we're seeing more and more halibut. A lot of short fish, but still some and more legals in the mix. Steady improvement in the fishing this week. Like I said, we had some warming water temperature. It's a good sign. We're approaching that 60 mark up north, and we've hit it down south. Good tides on the backside of the full moon here. Most shops reported easy perch limits on most beaches. Big increase in halibut numbers, albeit more shorts than legals. Lots of chunky yellowfin starting to show outside the surf line. We had a good run of spot fin on this full moon. And the emergence of some white sea bass in the shallows, in the bays, and then on the beaches. Lots of juvenile, but some legal-sized fish in there. And like I said, I think the limiting factor is that cooler water. 62 degrees is the Mendoza line for me, and things will get rolling here. We'll just start up north real quick. Hook, line, sinker reported good barred perch action. Most beaches, lots of fish, 1.5 pound to 1 pound. Gaviota, Goleta, Carpinteria, Silver Strand, some of the better spots. Motor oil, root beer grubs, gulp sandworms working well. More and more halibut showing there. Goleta Beach, Graveyards, a couple of the better spots. Wiley's reported good week of mixed bag fishing. Leo Carrillo kicked out good catches of sheephead on mussel and shrimp. One fish weighed 4.5 pounds there. Anglers fishing the reef beaches near Big Rock reported catching a mix of sand bass, calico bass, chunky yellowfin, croaker, and some nice cabezon. Squid and shrimp, the top bait there. Halibut bite improving. Catch some tackle reported. Warmer water, improved halibut action. A 30-inch fish taking off the wedge jetty there on cut anchovy. Live smelt's another good idea there, fishing that channel. Hogan's tackle reported limits of barred perch, taking out Strand, Salt Creek on bloodworms. Pacific Coast also reported good halibut action all week. 2 double-digit fish taken from the lagoons. Several legal fish, 22 to 30 inches off the beaches. Flash minnows working on the beaches. Bait working in the bay. The guys are waiting for that Carlsbad Lagoon, that dredging to finish up, because I'll tell you, there'll be a good bite there too. So things are shaping up. It's just creeping along a little bit. One thing I wanted to mention, Pete, you heard shrimp in the catch here, and usually out at Wiley's you hear that, because she buys market shrimp, and that's something. Shrimp can be a really good bait, especially this time of year in the reef and stuff. And you don't want to get that cup shrimp that they sell, the frozen bait stuff. That's garbage. You want, go into your freezer and use that stuff you're eating, and that really, you don't have to use big chunks of it, So when you're creeping out of the kitchen with some big giant prawns, the wife don't yell at you. But, you can cut them into little pieces, and boy, they work fantastic on the reef on all types of fish. So that's my tip of the week.
I dig it. That's good dope right there, Gundy. Appreciate a great report, as you always do, and we'll look forward to hearing another one next weekend.
All right, you guys. Great show.
I love the shrimp. That's good. That's good.
Thanks,
that's good info, man. Insider. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that for sure. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. Another full hour of your phone calls. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090.
If you're looking for a high-quality cocktail that's also easy to enjoy on your next fishing trip, check out Cutwater Spirits' lineup of canned cocktails. Cutwater's master distiller and co-founder, Yusuf Cherney, is a hardcore fisherman. In fact, he developed Cutwater with all his favorite adventures in mind. Yusuf takes Cutwater's award-winning spirits, uses them to make real cocktails, and then puts them into cans so you can take them anywhere. It's like they were made for fishing because they were actually made for fishing. Check out their popular canned margarita made with real tequila, the zesty vodka mule, or the spicy Bloody Mary, which has some serious bite. They also make super refreshing vodka sodas in grapefruit, lime, and cucumber flavors. Just crack the can and enjoy a bar-quality cocktail even when there's no bar in sight. Back at the dock or at your evening anchorage in Catalina, Cutwater cocktails are exactly what you need for your next fishing trip. You can check out all 18 of Cutwater's canned cocktails at cutwaterspirits.com and then look for them at your local liquor store. Then go ahead and set your cocktail free. Please enjoy responsibly.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The ranch is small, It's very personal, very intimate. I don't think there's anywhere else that you could have the old Baja feel and have all the miles of beachfront, the palapa roofs and the stone walls. There's not a room that you don't have some kind of ocean view. You don't give up any amenities at the ranch. It's just very rustic. You know how when you cook outdoors it tastes better? Well, that's Rancho Leonero. It just tastes better. We have paddle boards, we've got kayaks, we've got snorkeling equipment, of course. We've got 12 super pongas. We have dive trips. We've got over 40 kayaks at the hotel. We've got all accurate equipment, very top of the line. And when the fishing's good, we'll freeze your fish, pack it all up, send it home with you. People love it. They'll come back 5-6 times a year. That's the highest accolade we can get. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. It's unique.
Your San Diego County Ford dealer knows that vehicles are not one size fits all, and they have a variety to choose from to suit your individual wants and needs. Looking for a truck to handle both work and play? The legendary F-150 has you covered with its military-grade aluminum alloy body and high-strength steel frame and smart technology, like the available Pro Trailer Backup Assist to help you back up your boat with the turn of a dial. Or do you need a vehicle that's ready for your next adventure? The Ford Ranger is standing by, so grab your gear and let's go. This adventure-ready truck has an available terrain management system that has 4 selectable drive modes depending on what terrain you're on for optimum performance. Is an SUV more your speed? No problem. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have those too. The 2020 Ford Explorer has been completely redesigned inside and out and has available third-row power-fold seats to easily accommodate more passengers or cargo and available twin-panel moonroof to let the outdoors in. Visit buyfordnow.com to learn more or visit your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Shimano has done it again. An amazing lever drag 2-speed reel at an affordable price. It's Speedmaster 2, the extremely durable high-performance Speedmaster 2 with high maximum drag power and a smooth ultra-wide range of drag adjustability is an absolute fish-fighting machine. Its rigid Hagani body prevents misalignment of moving parts under the heaviest loads. Plus, a spare drag cam is included for optimal use with monofilament lines. The Speedmaster is now available in 4 models, 12, 16, 20, and 25. This is the perfect reel for the angler looking for a powerful, lightweight, smooth casting reel for tuna or other powerful saltwater game fish at a more affordable price. Nothing in its class can match the Shimano Speedmaster 2, built to provide high-end performance and dependability in a compact, lightweight frame. Get the Shimano Speedmaster 2 lever drag reel at your local Shimano dealer. Check Shimano.com for all the details.
The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence, delivers the top quality, comfort, and fishability you look for in a long-range boat. Veteran captains Mark Bizzano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Once you go on the Independence, you'll be back. Call Independence Sports Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check IndependenceSportFishing.com.